and welcome. I'm Mari Mitchell Porter. We've been working together on 21 days to self-love. And today I have a very special message for you. We're going to be talking about majesty, the majesty that's inside of you. I know it's an odd word and most people don't use it, but it's a word that's come to me lately and it means so much that I want to share it with you. But first, I'd like to take a time to set an intention for this time that we have together. And if you allow me a moment just to breathe in, and if you want to breathe in with me and set intention, you go ahead, do as you feel freely that you must do. My intention for this time that we have together is for each one to be able to tap into the majesty that's inside of them, to begin to search deep, if necessary, for what it is that's majestic, what it is that's amazing, that resides deep inside and is ready to come out and change the world. I ask that I would be able to freely give what I have from my heart, that I would be able to touch those who don't even know where their majesty resides, and that each of us would grow in this time. I ask for this or something even better for the good of all concerned. Amen. Okay, so we're going to talk about majesty, the majesty in you. Now, when we talk about majesty, usually the first thing that I think about is royalty. You think of a king or a queen. They're called Her Majesty, His Majesty. When I think about the word majestic, I usually recall something like a beautiful mountain, an amazing sunset, maybe the ocean, way out deep in the ocean, something so majestic, so amazing. But what I want to tell you today, the message that I have to bring to you, is that that majesty, all that is majestic, is inside of you. The majesty is inside of you. And that's because the divine is inside of you as well. That's where it resides. We don't often see ourselves that way. In fact, how many of you can say that you see yourself as majestic or as having majesty inside of you? It's something that came to me in my quiet time and completely blew me away. And I knew that it's something that I needed to share with you. So let's talk about that for a second. What does majesty mean? What does it mean to have the majestic inside of you? It means that there's something so superb, so perfect and amazing that lives inside of you, that resides inside of you, that would take your breath away. But how does it feel to know that something that wonderful, that amazing lies inside of you? For me, it feels beyond words. I can't even explain it. But I also feel excited, and I also feel honored, and so many other things that I can't even bring to words, because as this begins to bubble up in me, it's one of the most exciting things and paths that I have ever taken. And the thing that I know is that I'm taking you on this path with me. Those of you who are ready, and those of you who know that this is your next step. So this thinking and meditating about the word, the majesty inside of me, has led me to create a most awesome course that's going to take us right to where that majesty resides. It's going to introduce us to our majesty, and it's going to show us how to let that majesty come out from inside of us to change the world around us. Isn't that amazing? I know that blows my mind. I can't wait to see what happens, because I'm taking this journey with you. It's a new step for me to take a journey with the people that I'm taking on the journey. It's very exciting, and I just can't even wait to start. So it's going to be in 5 different weeks. It's going to be a 5-week course. And each week we're going to spend 60 to 90 minutes together, working on the topic for that week. It is going to be an intensive course. There's no doubt about it. So this is not to be taken lightly. It's for you if you feel ready. If the word majesty, the majesty inside you is calling you, if you want to know what it's like to live a majestic life, because we're going to go deep. We're going to go really deep, and you have to be willing to do what it takes to put in the work and to be committed to this. It's going to be limited. I'm not going to have a huge amount of people join. This is going to be the first time we go through it, and I want it to be special. I want it to be intimate, and I want each of us to be able to grow into who we're supposed to grow in this wonderful event. In week 1, we're going to look at seeing your majesty, seeing the majesty that's inside of you. And I'm not talking about seeing it the way that we see a painting, although there are similarities. I have a beautiful painting right now in my office. It's actually part of my calendar. And it's a lovely winter scene. And as I look at it, just off the top of my head, I'm seeing the snow on the ground, and I'm seeing the snow on the tree, and there's a beautiful gazebo also with snow in it. But then I can look deeper, and I can see that on the gazebo are these beautiful red bows. And then on the ground, there's the shadow of the gazebo, something that you would notice offhand. And then further to the left of the photo, it's illuminated, so it's the brightness of that beautiful winter day. So this is what we're going to do when we look at your majesty. We're going to go way more than surface. We're going to go look deep inside and see those little details of what it is inside of you that is so majestic. What it is that resides in you that perhaps doesn't reside in other people. What is it that's inside of you that is ready to come out and be shared with the world? I'm very excited to find that out. And then in week 2, we're going to talk about how it is that we treat ourselves. Treating ourselves as if we are majestic. How does one do that? How do you treat yourself as if you were majestic? That's something that I don't think you've ever been asked before. But we're going to ask that question, and we're going to answer it. We're going to find ways and practice ways of treating ourselves the way that we should, the way that we're required to, because we are majestic. And then on module 3, we're going to talk about what is holding you back. What are the barriers to your majestic life? Each of us probably have different ones, although some of us have the same. Fear comes off as one of the first barriers we have to anything that we do. And that's a big barrier that we're going to break through. Sometimes it's doubt or not so much low self-esteem, but being too critical of ourselves. Those are some of the things we're going to push through and break through in a really deep way, much deeper than the 21 days we've been able to, because we're going to spend more time on it. Breaking through how we allow others to mold what we think about ourselves instead of knowing what's inside of us. See, once we know that majesty that lies inside of us, what other people say about us won't affect us because we know the truth. We know what really lies inside. So that's going to be part of the focus that we're going to have. And then in week 4, module 4, we're going to step into our majesty. It's time to take a step into it. Because we talk about it, we can read about it, we can meditate about it, pray about it, do all these things about it. But until we fully step into what it is that's there for us, it can't really begin to spring up in our lives the way we want it to spring up, the way I do, and I'm sure you do if you're going to take this journey with me. So week 4 is very important because as we're stepping in, things are going to start coming up. And as we're stepping in, things are going to try and stop us. Self-sabotage. Usually it just comes from ourselves. We like to blame other people, but it comes right from inside of us because we don't truly believe in ourselves. And those are the things we're going to face, and those are the things we're going to overcome. And then week 5 is one of the most exciting weeks because we're going to begin to allow others to see the majestic in us. And that's a big step because it means visibility. It means that you can no longer hide behind the excuses. You can no longer hide behind the things that you think that you can't do. You can no longer hide because you're going to be shining brightly, and you're going to be shining brightly for everyone to see. So that's going to be a big, giant step that you're going to be taking. So let's talk a little bit about the majestic in you for today. What I want you to do is I want you to take the word majestic, and I want you to literally look it up in the dictionary. I like to do this sometimes because it gives me clarity. And in the dictionary, you're going to find several meanings because every word is like that. There's several meanings, and it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. So I want you to actually write this down. I want you to write the word majesty. I want you to look up the meaning and write all the different meanings down. And then I want you to look up the word majestic, all the meanings, and write all the meanings down. And as you're doing this assignment, I want you to pay attention to the meanings that jump out at you, to the definitions that say something to you or speak to you. And then I want you to circle them, because those are the definitions of majesty and majestic. They're going to speak to you. And then for those of you who decide to take this step and go on this course, which is a journey with me, I want you to make sure that you bring those definitions of majestic with you into the course, because we're going to dig deeper and we're going to see how those pertain to you. So I want you to take this seriously. So many times you hear people say Your Majesty in a joking and almost a derisive way. And so many times, I know for me it's been, we think, well, those royals, you hear people make fun of the royals, or they were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, or they were born into this amazing power that they have, and the luxury that goes with it, and the property and the homes and the travel and all those amazing things that people who really are royal have. It's part of them. It's their birthright. Well, I got news for you. Being majestic and having majesty in our life is also our birthright. It's ours. It's a matter of whether we decide we're going to take it. This decision is up to you. Are you going to take your birthright? Are you going to step into it? Are you going to dig down and see what is it that's majestic about you? Where does your majesty lie? Because it's completely and totally your choice. I'm going to be taking this journey, and I hope that you will take it with me. But I do know, as I said earlier, that only certain people are going to be ready to step into this. This is a very powerful course. It's going to go right to the core of you, and you have to be willing to step in it. You have to be committed to stepping into it. You have to want it, and you have to be ready to step into it. You have to be willing to make this commitment for yourself, because that's who it's for. It's for you. It's not for me. It's not for your husband or wife. It's not for anyone except for you. So I really hope that you'll take this journey with me. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be called The Majesty in You. And I don't say that lightly, because there is majesty in you. It lies there, whether you see it or not. And sometimes other people can see it way before we can. And there's people already who are seeing it. And maybe you're even telling you and you're not listening to them. So remember to do your assignment. Look up the word majesty and look up the word majestic and write down the definitions and circles the ones that mean something to you. And I only gave you a little taste of what this course is going to be about, but you will have more information as we continue the 21 days. And I hope that you will continue on this journey with me. We're going to do it mid-January, and it's just going to be a wonderful new year. And I'm so excited. I'm excited for you, but I'm also excited for me because I'm going to be taking it with you. So this is Mari Mitchell Porter. I'm going to say bye to you now until tomorrow, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.